again. He had his arm around me, God knows what happened in the night. But I knew it wasn't good. I said, Bill, should we go for breakfast? As long as you're paying these. Right. So we have a surplus, ladies and gentlemen. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pounds. So our banker at the front, we're £4 short to buy him the speed of life. We're going to ram Richard Jobson projects down his throat. He's not even he's going to be going home like that.
As long as this project.
So we're £4 short. So amongst you, a couple of 20 pences here and there. We're going to get there. Anyway, one last question. Come on, say something. So he spoke very quietly, and it's good that he did. He said, what are your recollections of those days on Top of the Pops? Over to you, Bill. Now then, Bill, over to you.
I have no recollections. Obviously that came out after we were involved in Top of the Pops. It was, I suppose, a surprise to most people. But in reflection, when you think about it, it's no big surprise. The guy was an evil monster. It's as simple as that. But we never had any dealings in any way or any.
Are you talking about me or Jimmy Savile here?
I'm talking about you.
I thought you were talking about Noel Edmonds.
I just think about it as a fun period. It was always something that was maybe slagged by certain parties, but it was good fun, and that's the memories I have. Great times.
Well, actually, the first time I went on it, I think Scared to Dance. I did Sweets earlier, actually. But anyway, Scared to Dance was the first one that was broadcasted, and Stuart didn't want to do it. He thought, like the Clash, we shouldn't do a show like Top of the Pops. Like, it was probably the biggest music show in British history in viewing figures. And I remember doing Scared to Dance. I wasn't that very well at the time, but anyway, I went up to the bar afterwards with Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols, and he introduced me to the girls that were in a dance group called Pan's People. Do you remember them? So I'm going to share this with you as my friends, but can you put your fucking cameras down now? I don't want it on YouTube, you wankers, okay? So Steve and I went off into the night with 2 of Pan's People. Now you've got to remember, I had just turned 17. And the one that I was with was 26. That's like your gran, right? And it's been like being with your grandmother when you're 17 years old. And I was really scared of her. She was very attractive and very physical. So she took me back to her flat. Me and Steve and this other dancer were just having a laugh in the flat. And Steve went off to a room with his dancer, and I was left there thinking, holy fuck, what am I supposed to do here? We guys you fight for this big dancer, oh my god. So I fell asleep. If in doubt, start snoring.
Steve Jones ended up with the roly-polies.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's my first memory of Top of the Pops. But I mean, actually the performance, I think, of Sense of Coming is really a great performance. It's really dynamic and aggressive. And then, of course, I think when we did Into the Valley, on that particular day, I was not well at all. And so we only did one. You normally did about 5 takes, I think, and we did 1 take because that's all I was able to do. And that's why it was that mad take. But when we got back to Scotland, because you did it on the Wednesday and we got back on the Friday, we knew the world had changed because there was so many people hanging about the rehearsal space. And cars would be passing us in Dunfermline and shouting, "There's that wanker who was on Top of the Pops." I mean, they weren't saying nice things, but you knew the world had changed. And it certainly had after certainly more so the Into the Valley performance than Scared to Dance.
I remember, in these days they used to do a recording of what was bubbling underneath the top 40, so to speak. I think it was either Sweet Suburbia or Saints Are Coming, I can't quite remember. But we were on the same time as The Knack with My Sharona, and they filmed us after the main show, and it's whichever song was going to do better. Obviously, the history is The Knack got the gig because so next week they were on the show, and I went to number 2 or something, I don't know, and we just tumbled backwards. So if we'd been shown that week, I think it might have been Saints Are Coming, I can't quite remember.
That was Sweet Suburbia.
Or was it Sweet Suburbia? That would have been the first hit that would have been on Top of the Pops. So it was never shown. So that's a kind of a piece of film that people are still trying to see if it's still in existence.
My favourite memory of doing circus games was Diana Ross coming over and going, "Gee, honey, that was really good." And I'm thinking, fuck you, Diana Ross from the Supremes. And you just said that we, the Skids from downtown Dunfermline and Brucefield and the Abbeyview were okay. It was really magic. And but of course, Top of the Pops was a huge show. I think later on, when you see our performances, we started off being quite serious. And when later on, I think we just thought it was a joke. So you can see it's more kind of comical and comic book, isn't it? Some of the performances, yeah.
I've got a question. Which member of the Skids actually spat on the Nolans at Top of the Pops?
Wasn't me.
About?
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, well, you might think that. Well, alleged by in her biography, she says it was me. And I kind of, I mean, why would have gobbling on Nolan?
Because you could. Maybe it was the other way about. Maybe it was the Nolans that gobbled on the Skids.
Yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to call part 2 of my biography. You know, it's the first part's Into the Valley, second part, what that gobbling on Nolan? So I have no idea. I mean, you know, a lot of these things are a blur now, but obviously I did, because she said it was they were so excited about being on Top of the Pops that they were, you know, beside themselves. But there was these disgusting, vile, ugly little shits next door who were making a racket at a band called the Squigs, I think she called us. And then she got that right. And then she said the singer proceeded to spit in my face or something. She just, I was just spat in her hair, for Christ's sake. I didn't spit in her face.
What, the attention seeker?
No, I have no recollection of doing that, but it's in her biography, so it must be true, eh? Yeah. Anyway, listen, let's give you another song.